don't rap with no pretenders. Shake the sharks, you ain't making art. They kirking now, try and take it yard. They box him out, try and make it hard. The white kid shoots sharp on my Caitlin Clark. Swish, they got bricks, I got this, ain't no blicks. I got hits, they want clicks, they wanna switch to make it rich and end up Vicks. Hide their tail, but I end up snitch. Hold up.
The new JID album is out, and we got a surprise track with Clipse. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's Wally Knox Hill. We're back with our breakdown series. So today, man, I can't believe that I opened up JID's new album, and this is one of the tracks that I see. Clipse has just been on an incredible run. What a comeback year they've had, and now they have a song on the much anticipated JID album. So we're gonna break this down, hopefully do it justice right here, right now. It's none other than Community. But before we get any further, listen, if you like the hat that I'm wearing, we're about to sell out of these. If you want your white chaos hat for the summer before it's gone, I'll put the links down below. You can go cop your merch and support the channel. It all helps. It all goes a long way. But anyways, know what we're here for. JID, Clipse, step back up to the plate. Let's see what you got. Go.
The rain couldn't understand it. The pain made them understand shit. The sun tried to understand. The gun made me understand. The rain tried whispering the warning. The land shaking plus the rhythm is enormous. All the forces like a portal to a vortex, connected to the stars, just projecting where we part at. Pull up where you park at. Aim a little dark, look, where your bark at. It'd be a shame if you stayed in them apartments.
What in the astrophysical bars is happening here, man? I'll tell you what, we got interstellar just paintings from JID. I've really liked some of these illustrative lines. Let's try to break down a little bit of these metaphors before we let it progress any further, man. This is dope.
The rain couldn't understand it. The pain made them understand shit.
I like that because the rain couldn't understand it, right? And we're like personifying the rain and the sun in these different parts of nature. But for me, like rain is often associated like with pain, isn't it? Like rainy days or when you're down, when you're sad. And rain often has that connection with pain, whether it's representing pain and raining down when it's a rainy day outside symbolically, or even the rain can wash away the pain sometimes. It can be used symbolically for cleansing. So it's interesting that the rain doesn't understand it, and yet the pain understands it for him. And for me, that's just him talking about, you know, true pain. Like you have to live these experiences and go through the actual pain to truly understand it. The rain can see it, the rain can witness it like others can, but unless you actually lived it and went through it, you can't fully appreciate that.
The rain couldn't understand it. The pain made them understand shit.
And he's got like this chopped and screwed voice. Again, like JID, just a little tip of the cap to Southern influences, right? Obviously repping ATL, but you know, the chopped and screw, like sort of the bassier voice, the way that that's dropped down has been used so often in Southern hip hop.
The sun tried to understand, the gun made me understand. The rain tried whispering the warning, the land shake.
I like right there how you have underneath like more of his normalized voice, and then you just have almost like Take Us to Church, like a little bit of a female sort of like gospel harmonizing right there off to the side, just riffing in the mix. But for me, the gun made me understand it. The pain, the gun, the violence of where I'm from made me understand it. And then he plays off of the sun, understanding it, S-U-N, but I also take it as like S-O-N, like just like family cycle of violence and going through all this and just being raised as a kid, a son trying to understand it and make sense of this life.
The pain made them understand shit. The sun tried to understand, the gun made me understand. The rain tried whispering the warning, the land shaking plus the rhythm is enormous. All the forces like a portal to a vortex, connected to the
all the forces like a portal to a vortex. See how he's just like elongating those O sounds. Nice little rhyme scheme amidst this poetry that he's giving us. And like a portal to a vortex makes me think of just like spinning in space, like this portal of a black hole, just like sucking everything in, right? Connected in the cosmics.
Is enormous. All the forces like a portal to a vortex, connected to the stars, just projecting where we part at.
Connected to the stars, projecting where we part at, like connecting, trying to make it in terms of being a celebrity and a star, but then also the stars in the sky. And for me, just feeling like the inevitability of nature and life and kind of where we're from. I take that as, that's dope.
Pull up where you park at. Aim a little dark, look, where your bark at. It'd be a shame if you stayed in them apartments. 12 barely came to them apartments. Catch a play and then parlay in them apartments. I swear it's like a party every day in them apartments. You was raised in them apartments, dang. Jump a shot or join a gang in them apartments. My mama say we gotta get away from them apartments. It's graves in them apartments, and they ain't got to end this way, cause we ain't started shit.
I don't give a fuck about no industry beef. Ain't nobody.
Oh, what a setup there, and what a drop in.
Hey, cause we ain't started shit.
I love how like everything just kicks out for a second, and then we switch out of the sort of more of the chopped and screwed voice into JID's more normalized voice, and the percussion just really kicks heavy here. It's almost like this is like a 50-second just like crazy illustrative intro build, and then woof, then he hits us.
I don't give a fuck about no industry beef. Ain't nobody give a fuck when Tay was dead in the street. I don't do the shit you see on the screens. I been tapped in with true things. I peep your rap cap and I unscrew things. I don't give a fuck about them niggas at the top. The biggest nigga on the block still get shot. Pop, you thinking pop? I'm thinking, can't talk about that shit from.
You gotta chill
You
out.
seen Fox? Lisa Al-Gaib, I see a tiny line of silver. A way to make a play, although they say it's unfamiliar. It's
We got Dune bars?
off the kilter. I say the words without a filter. You gotta have nerve, it'll make you strong if it don't kill you. I'll put a bullet in Bob the fucking builder before they try and kick us out the building. What about the children? When I check a news channel, I get a similar feeling, but still, we gon' make it to heaven, high water or hell, but don't take the highways. 285 behind the damn wheel, it's like a driveway. Giving out like a give Christ, and I do it twice. Shot Gilchrist, heard thunder hit with lightning, and still I didn't feel shit. Talk about resilience, off of Stone Mount Lithonia, where I honed into my brilliance. It was after then I took my talents right up to Virginia. Heard they say she for love, but shit was good or shit was gritty. I could tell you what it was, but let bro tell you what I'm missing. Pay attention. What's missing in my hood?
Man, what a verse from JID. All right, let's try to do this a little bit of justice.
I don't give a fuck about this. When Tay was dead in the screw.
Graves in them apartments, and in them apartments. 12 barely came to them apartments.
12, the police barely came to the apartments, right? He's talking about the projects, right? Police don't really come around. There's so much crime going on. Like, listen, it's like Southeast DC, you know, and I always say this, like, and even PG, right, over the years. Like, I've grown up close, and I've had friends come from Section 80 housing. I've had friends around all this. I've had friends fall to gangs. I've had friends that are no longer here. I've had friends that are in jail. You know, and I always, being a white kid in PG County, like, walk this sort of balancing act in this tightrope between seeing this world, being immersed in this world in different ways, through the music, through my friendships, through just different life experiences, but at the same time, not fully being raised in that side of things as well. So like you get to walk it, you get to see it, you have these run-ins, but again, like even me, like witnessing that pain and witnessing that just sort of endless cycle, right? Because not everybody gets to start from the same starting line in life. And I think that's something we all have to appreciate. You know, we have this this ideal of the American dream. Like if you work hard enough, then you'll get out and you can make it. You know, you can be whatever you want to be. And that's not true. There's so many kids that unfortunately just don't get those opportunities, right? They don't have the same schools. They don't have the same privileges. They don't have the same chances. You know, their only way out is through ball or through rapping, right? And then you have the gang influence. You have the drugs. You have the violence. You have everything else going on, right? And then you have a lack of role models too. And you just have this creation and this melting pot for this cycle that never seems to end. And really it's one in a very small number who truly make it out.
Catch a play and then parlay in them apartments. I swear it's like a party every day in them apartments. You was raised.
Catch a play and then parlay in them apartments. I love that line, right? Catch a play and parlay, because he's flipping it in terms of different street slang and different schemes. But also, like you think about like betting, because him being an ex-football player, flipping that side of things as well, like betting a parlay, like trying to have a parlay, trying to have a peace treaty versus laying it down and catching plays and betting. Love that flip.
Parlay in them apartments. I swear it's like a party every day in them apartments. You was raised in them apartments, dang. Jump a shot or join a gang in them apartments. My mama say we gotta get away from them apartments.
Jump a shot or join a gang. Like jump a shot, shooting, the violence versus having a jump shot, going and playing ball. You can either go play ball or you go join a gang.
It's graves in them apartments, and they ain't got to end this way, because we ain't start shit.
I don't give a
What a great juxtaposition line. It ain't got to end this way, because we ain't start shit. Like, we didn't start this. We didn't ask for this. And yet this is where we end up, in the grave. This is where this cycle of violence, this is where these communities lead us, right? Are we products of our environment when we didn't ask for this?
In them apartments, and they ain't got to end this way, because we ain't start shit.
I don't give a fuck about no industry beef. Ain't nobody give a fuck when Tay was dead in the street.
Rest in peace, Lil Tay to his homie, right? I don't care about this industry created beef. Like, this is real life. There's real life beef. There's real life drama. And I just wonder, because like, labels know at this point. We all know what sells. When you have an album that's coming out, you want one of the best playbooks for helping to promote your album? Drop a couple disses. Go diss someone. Go get involved in a beef, because drama sells. We live in the world of social media polarization, where everything is about clicks. Everything is about rage baiting and selling. And JID, I love that line right there. Just, I see through that. This is real life shit. Listen to what I'm talking about. Listen to the words that I'm giving you.
About no industry beef. Ain't nobody give a fuck when Tay was dead in the street. I don't do the shit you see on the screens. I've been tapped in with true things. I peep your rap cap and I unscrew things.
Peep your rap cap and I unscrew things, like a cap on a bottle and you unscrew it to take it off. Versus I peep your cap, I peep your line. I unscrew it. I get down to the truth of it. I don't care about screens. I don't care about what is manufactured. I'm giving you that real raw spirit.
I don't give a fuck about them niggas at the top.
I love that aggressive delivery right there. I don't give a fuck about them at the top. Like, just the way that he punches that. The way he just, like, again, you take that sort of like drop down, those little gospel, that female singing, right? That's off to the side. It's very soft. It's very smooth. And this beat also is kind of like a wave, very methodical. So the fact that he chooses to all of a sudden switch it up and have a very over aggressive delivery on top of that, just the way that that sits. You know, I'm a fan, and my biggest word is always juxtaposition. And there it is right there. There's that great example of kind of taking two sort of opposites and sitting them right next to each other. Musically, it sounds so dope.
The biggest nigga on the block still get shot. Pop, you thinking pop? I'm thinking.
I love that. Pop. You thinking Pac. The biggest one, right? Industry beast and all that. Because look what happened to Pac at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how big you are, right? You're still not safe. This street life will still follow you.
Still get shot.
And I love how he has, like, again, the pop, like a simple pop. No, I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking bigger guns. I'm thinking something more automatic.
Pop, you thinking pop? I'm thinking. Can't talk about that shit from.
You gotta chill
You
out.
seen Fox? Lisa and
Can't talk about that. You gotta chill out. You seen Fox, like Fox News? Or have you seen the news? Have you seen the stories? But chill. Ice, maybe? Is that a little bit of an ice thing?
thinking. Can't talk about that shit from.
You gotta chill
You
out.
seen Fox? Lisa and I see it.
Or it could even be like Pac. Can't talk about that. We can't talk about who really killed Pac, right? And sort of the no snitching in the streets. And it's like taboo, almost. I wonder if that's a little bit of nod to that in that sense as well, because all the speculations of who truly killed Pac, who truly put the hit out on Pac.
Can't talk about that shit from.
You gotta chill
You
out.
seen Fox? Lisa and I see a tiny line of silver. A way to make a play, although they say it's unfamiliar. It's all
A tiny line of silver. Makes you think of the movie Silver Linings Playbook, right? But a tiny line of silver. In the movie Doom, right? With my boy Timothy, man. Shout out to him. But I love the Doom movie. But it was the second movie where, you know, once he gets sort of connected, almost like JID sets this up like connecting with the universe. And it makes sense, like just seeing a way out, a way through all this violence and everything. And this rap and this music, this is JID's way out. But that tiny lining of silver is like from Timothy's quote in Dune, when he's like, I see a way, I see a path. You know, every other odd that I see, like looking into the future, says that we're going to fail. But there is one way. There is one tiny line of silver, one tiny path. It's narrow that we can cut through.
off the kilter. I say the words without a filter. You gotta have nerve, it'll make you strong if it don't kill you.
Yeah.
I'll put a bullet in Bob the fucking builder
Ha.
before they try and kick us out the building. What about the
Bob the Builder, right? You talk about kicking us out of the building. I take that symbolically as like they try to like push us out of hip hop. They try to push us out of the industry versus obviously like Bob the Builder, like moving us out because gentrification, right? In these different places. I made a song, Gentrify the City. You talk about DC and these construction companies and some of the tactics they took to bully residents out of their residence and locations. And I love how he flips it into Bob the Builder. As a kid, man, come on.
Put a bullet in Bob the fucking builder for they
That's wild.
try and kick us out.
My man's walking into Nickelodeon with an AK right now.
Kill ya. I'll put a bullet in Bob the fucking builder
Man.
before they try and kick us out the building. What about the children? When I check a news channel, I get a similar feeling.
Facts.
But still, we gon' make it to heaven, high water or hell, but don't take the highways. 285
Come hell or high water,
still, we gon' make it to heaven, high water or hell, but don't
gonna make it to heaven, high water, hell. I love how he flips that popular phrase, that popular turn of saying. He just turns it on its head right there.
I get a similar feeling, but still, we gon' make it to heaven, high water or hell, but don't take the highways. 285 behind the damn wheel, it's like a driveway. Giving out
Don't take the highways, like 285 in Atlanta. Because the highway is the easier road to take, isn't it? And I see him playing off of like hell, high water, making it to heaven. Like, it feels like we're trying to take the high road, the highway, flipping off of that. But really the highway, the easier road is the most dangerous. It's always the road less traveled that helps you truly get out. That helps you truly survive.
I could give Christ and I do it twice. Shot
But then also like literally like the highway is more dangerous. People drive faster on it.
damn wheel, it's like a driveway. Giving out like a give Christ and I do it twice. Shot Gilchrist, heard thunder hit with lightning and still I didn't feel shit. Talk about resilience.
Heard thunder, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel all this pain. I didn't feel all this. And then obviously the religious connections and references to Christ right there. But then shout out to SGA. MVP, baby. Finals champion, Oklahoma City Thunder. That's a smooth thunder flip right there.
Stone Mount locked on you where I was lightning and still I didn't feel shit. Talk about resilience. Off of Stone Mount locked on you where I honed into my brilliance. It was after then
Off of Stone Mountain locked on. Stone Mountain in Georgia. That's an interesting setup as well. I wonder if there's another layer to that because obviously on Stone Mountain, you have a Confederate monument on Stone Mountain.
resilience. Off of Stone Mount locked on.
Talk about resilience. Off of Stone Mountain, yeah, that makes sense. Obviously with the Confederacy and slavery and then JID setting up the resilience line. Yeah.
Thunder hit with lightning and
But
still
also letting you know where he's from.
I didn't feel shit. Talk about resilience. Off of Stone Mount locked on you where I honed into my brilliance. It was after then I took my talents right up to Virginia. Heard they said that she for love, but shit was good or shit was gritty.
Hey man, every time I drive past that Virginia state line, what is the tagline of Virginia the state? Virginia is for lovers. Talk about she's for lovers. Nah, it was gritty. Because why? JID had a spot going to Hampton University, popular black university. I remember when Hampton, does anybody remember that year that they were the 15th seed in March Madness? They beat the 2 seed. That was wild, man. I went out that way to go party. That was crazy.
My talents right up to Virginia. Heard they said that she for love, but shit was good or shit was gritty. I could tell you what it was, but let bro.
But also, he knows Clipse is on the track. Clipse is from Vaw Beach. They'll know Hampton. They'll know the Virginia nod and shout out. Come on.
Heard they said that she for love, but shit was good or shit was gritty. I could tell you what it was, but let bro tell you what I'm missing. Pay attention.
What's missing in my hood, I identified. Then I brought white to my hood. Shit, I gentrified. We had military arms, we were
That's a fucking bar.
simplify. Point blank, let me simplify. I've been light post, corner boy, green box sitter, crack nigga. Tryna hustle up and act bigger. 6 deuce buyer, niggas really live the wire. From lookouts, then we meteor to suppliers. Caged in, one way in, one way out. Robocops on mountain bikes, ain't pulling mace out. Just trying to get back home from getting chased out. A week ago, a boy like me don't got a face now. The apartments, the projects, the ghettos, all the same shit. Crazy how we hopscotch and double dutch danger. Between ADHD and all the pills that you gave us, how we supposed to process this anger?
Man.
Brain couldn't understand.
Oh, what a last line on that. Pusha gave a good verse.
But I identify
But let bro tell you what I'm missing. Pay attention.
what's missing in my hood.
Let blood tell you what's missing. Pay attention. And then Pusha takes that line. I love that. Almost like, here's the mic, right? Now let him preach to you. Let him tell you and illustrate. And I just love how Pusha plays off of JID's last line, starting his verse.
What it was, but let
Nice just symmetry and connection.
bro tell you what I'm missing. Pay attention.
What's missing in my hood, I identified. Then I brought white to my hood. shit I gentrified. We had military
I love that bar, man. Like, obviously, I brought cocaine to my hood. I gentrified versus white people moving into the hood. Like, I talked about DC and Southeast and losing go-go culture, man, and what's going on down there. But yeah, shit, I gentrified.
Then I brought
Look, there's no problem with gentrification. And I think Nipsey Hussle always had this right? When gentrification actually supports those local businesses and gives back to the culture of that community. But when gentrification just involves solely outsiders and outside businesses coming in, and they're the ones who profit, and they're the ones who benefit, and not the community itself, and those people get completely pushed out, that's where I have issues with gentrification.
But I'm missing papers.
what's missing in my hood, I identified. Then I brought white to my hood, shit I gentrified. We had military arms, we would simplify. Point blank, let me simplify.
I love this Semper Fi, you know, the military, that Latin, Semper Fi, baby. You know what we represent, military arms, because literally, like, you talk about some people being well supplied in the streets, man. Some people do have that gear.
Military arms, we would simplify. Point blank, let me simplify. I've been
Semper Fi into simplify, smooth flip.
light post corner boy, green box sitter, crack nigga. Tryna hustle up and act bigger. 6 deuce buyer, niggas really live the wire. From
Hey, shout out to B More, man. Shout out to the series The Wire. We really lived The Wire. What you saw, that wasn't just TV. That was real life. And I can tell you, B More is like that. Like, what you see in The Wire, that's B More.
up and act bigger. 6 deuce buyer, niggas really live the wire. From lookouts, then we meteor to suppliers. Caged in, one way in, one way out.
I really like that line. One way in, one way out. We all know where we're going. Rest in peace.
Robocops on mountain bikes, ain't pulling mace out. Just trying to get back home.
Nah, this isn't like breaking up a ride in the suburbs where we're pulling out mace. You know, they're going to be heavily armed if they're coming in to break something up in terms of what we're doing, right? This is the seriousness and the gravity of the situation.
Robocops on mountain bikes, ain't pulling mace out. Just trying to get back home from getting chased out. A week ago, a boy like me don't got a face now. The apartments, the projects, the ghettos, all the same shit. Crazy how we hopscotch and double dutch danger. Between ADHD and all.
Hopscotch and double dutch, right? Like kid games, right? Double dutch, jump rope. Jumping out of danger. But I love that reference. So like that we're hopscotching, that we're double dutching, because you're taking something that, you know, you walk through the hood and you see happening with the kids. Like you have this crazy juxtaposition of obviously the drugs, the gangs, the violence, but also kids just trying to be kids and kids just trying to grow up. And I love how he kind of takes that and uses that to flip it into his real life illustration.
Shit, crazy how we hopscotch.
It's almost like, you know, that childhood innocence, but then this grim reality, and just like bringing that together through that simple line.
Double dutch danger. Between ADHD and all the pills that you gave us, how we supposed to process this anger?
Between ADHD and all the pills that you gave us, how are we supposed to process? That's an interesting line, because for me, I take it as you're just giving us pills, and then we're getting hooked to these pills, and then it's leading to other issues. Like, and these pills are just like blocking out how we feel, but they're not really addressing the root of this issue and this problem over here. You're not giving us time to process. You're just telling us to take pills and it's all good. Keep it moving instead of truly getting through it.
The rain couldn't understand it. The pain made them understand shit. The sun tried to understand. The gun made me understand. The rain tried whispering the warning. The land shaking plus the rhythm is enormous. All the forces like a portal to a vortex connected to the stars, just projecting where we part at. Pull up where you park at. Aim a little dark. Where your bark at?
What a song too. Like it's called Community. And you think like, I think community, if you think about that from an etymology standpoint, just a word standpoint, like you think about togetherness, you think about something positive when there's this connotation with community. And what's interesting is that they've titled the song Community, and they're talking about their community. And sure, there are moments of positivity and there are moments where the light flashes, but then they're showing the grim reality of this community too, you know, and they're not skating between the lines. Like they're deep diving and they're giving you these true illustrations.
Pull up where you park at. Aim a little dark. Where your bark at?
My ghetto's not your culture. Niggas really die here. So hard to say goodbye. Is the only lullaby here. Kilos turning boys to men. Gotta pick a side here. Some with Jesus Shuttlesworth. Some of us were Nasir's. As time goes by, it's an eye for an eye here. My niggas mob deep. The fittest gon' survive here. We New Jersey drive here. Shop, ride here. This Jack in the box shouldn't come as no surprise here. You niggas rent their own street cred. Gets denied here. Section 8 living. We treat it like a timeshare. Mother, auntie, cousin couldn't tell you who reside there, but never seen a father that was government devised here. Conquer and divide here. Crash and collide here. When kings can't raise a young prince, the doves cry here. Candy lady right there. Zombie land right there. Them apartments be the perfect backdrop for any nightmare.
Wow. What? Yo, Malice is on a run. Malice is on a run this year.
Parquet, aim a little dark.
This is a crazy verse. This is a perfect verse, like contributing to the overall theme of the song, but just some of these lines, man. This is what Malice does for me. Like, he just gives you these one-liners that you're just like, that's crazy.
Hard to say goodbye is the only lullaby your culture.
Parquet, aim a little dark. Where your bark at?
My ghetto's not your culture. Niggas really die here. So hard to.
My ghetto is not your culture. They really die here, right? Because this is what happens. Like, this street life has been commodified. It's been used and commercialized in movies. It's been celebrated through music, through all these realms of entertainment, where everybody wants to emulate this. Everybody wants to rock these styles. Everybody sees the money from it. They see what's cool. They see the waves, but they don't appreciate the roots of it, the pain underneath of it all, you know, the realities, the problems, the issues, the terror, the trauma. I love that line. What an opening line from Malice, man.
Say goodbye is the only lullaby here. Kilos turning boys to men. Gotta pick a side here. Some
Boys to Men, shout out.
is the only lullaby here. Kilos turning boys to men. Gotta pick a side here. Some with Jesus Shuttlesworth. Some of us were Nasir's. It's time.
Some were Jesus Shuttleworth, right? Some were Nasir. That's a Spike Lee movie, man. You got Game. Denzel Washington. Yeah, man. Jesus Shuttleworth. I forgot about that movie, right? So some were B-ballers, right? Some made it out through ball. Like that's really your options, right? Gangs, death, trauma, or you want to get out, your best routes are learn to rap or go play ball. And that's the way that he's painting it right there. Some were Nasir Jones. Some were rappers, and they made it out that way. Some were like Nas. Some were like Jesus Shuttlesworth. Some had skills in game, and they got out that way.
Gotta pick a side here. Some with Jesus Shuttlesworth. Some of us were Nasir's. As time goes by, it's an.
And even that, like, gotta pick a side. That's a simple line, but for me, there's depth to that line, right? Because, like, so many people will go through life and they'll never be pressured to have to pick a side. Whether it's, you know, to join a gang, to join this drug life in order to survive, right? They have the luxury of never having to choose a side. Whereas if you're from the ghetto, you're from the hood, you're going to have to pick a side very quickly, even as a child.
Some with Jesus Shuttlesworth. Some of us were Nasir's. As time goes by, it's an eye for an eye here. My niggas mob deep. The fittest gon' survive here. We New Jersey drive.
I love that line. Mobb Deep. Shout out to Mobb Deep. 2 Mobb Deep songs that he just slipped in there, right? Their discography. Eye for an eye. It's an eye for an eye. Like, that's what it is. Like, you come for my people, you kill my people, I'm going to kill you. It's an eye for an eye. That's how we trade blows here. Versus Mobb Deep's song, Eye for an Eye. And then he shouts out Mobb Deep's song, Survival of the Fittest. And then he talks about the hood and where I'm from being like survival of the fittest. And we are mobbing. We're rolling deep here. We're constantly mobbing deep. Man.
And I here, my niggas mob deep. The fittest gon' survive here.
Nice.
We New Jersey drive here. Shop, ride here. This
New Jersey Drive here. Another movie reference, man. New Jersey Drive, right? One, they can't drive in New Jersey. Sorry, not sorry. They also really can't drive in PG. Like, once you come around 395 and you come around the DC side of PG, you know. There's like no more rules. There's so many temporary license plate tags. People are riding up in the shoulder. You smell the weed everywhere. Yeah.
is time.
Potholes everywhere.
Time goes by.
But I take it as New Jersey Drive. Like, they're driving crazy because we're boosting cars, right? We're chop shopping. We're boosting cars versus flipping it into the drug dealing scheme, chop shopping in that sense. And we're driving crazy, right? Trying to get away from the law.
It's an eye for an eye.
And they drove crazy in New Jersey Drive when they boosted the cars trying to get away.
Here, my niggas mob deep. The fittest gon' survive here. We New Jersey drive here. Chop, ride here. This Jack in the box shouldn't come as no surprise here. You niggas drink their own street cred. Gets denied here. Section 8 living, we treat it.
Street cred gets denied here. You know credit because you can't get credit from the banks. Versus obviously like we call you out for your street cred at the same time. Smooth flip.
Niggas drink their own street cred, gets denied here. Section 8. New Jersey drive here, chop shop ride here. This jack in the box shouldn't come as no surprise here.
You crank up a jack in the box, it pops out, makes a surprise. Versus this jack, like the stash that we got in the box, this jack in the box shouldn't come as no surprise. Smooth flip.
You niggas rent to own, street cred gets denied here. Section 8.
You rent to own. You'll never truly own anything. You're constantly renting because, again, that's the reality of the situation where we're from. Some dope lines from Malice, man.
Surprise here. You niggas rent to own, street cred gets denied here. Section 8 living, we treat it like a timeshare. Mother, auntie, cousin couldn't tell you.
Mother, auntie, cousin, we treat it like a timeshare, right? Section 8 housing. Woo! Different, man.
Section 8 living, we treat it like a timeshare. Mother, auntie, cousin.
It's temporary. It's not going to last. And everybody comes through and then people move out quickly, man. That's just the way that it is. But nobody has true ownership of anything. And that's just the reality. Sorry, camera died. Let's keep it rolling.
Not here. Section 8 living, we treat it like a timeshare. Mother, auntie, cousin couldn't tell you who reside there, but never seen a father that was government devised here. Conquer and divide here, crash and collide here. When kings can't raise a young prince, the doves cry here. Candy lady right there.
When Doves Cry, famous Prince song. Kings can't raise a prince because fathers aren't here. So we have no role models. We have no father figures, right? So he raises, and I love how he puts kings and princes, right? Because we are truly royalty, right? He's empowering at the same time while he's illustrating.
Here, when kings can't raise a young prince, the doves cry here. Candy lady right there, zombie land right there.
That's it. I said about Pusha T and like that innocence of childhood, like the double dutch and the hopscotch, like through these issues. Candy lady here for the kids, right? Zombie land, all the drugs. It looks like zombie land over here. The Walking Dead, all in one spot.
Apartments be the perfect backdrop for any nightmare.
Apartments be the backdrop for any nightmare, man. And then you flip right here into like it's almost like The Exorcist, right? The piano run. It's a horror film with that piano. What an ending. I'll tell you what, man, what a song. What a song, what a message. What a theme. And for me, that's just true MCing. Like what else can I say? That's one of the top songs of the year, easily. Clipse, JID, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously enjoying the content, do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. It all helps. It all goes a long way. A lot goes into these breakdowns. I know that there's powers that be that are still trying to hold me down behind the scenes. An update video will come once I'm through it all. Things are going on. But yeah, if you really enjoy the transformative content that I make and what I do and what I put into these breakdowns, subscribe. It all helps. Also, go copy merch, knoxhilldmv.com. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, everything you need. If you want to rep the brand, if you want to support, it all helps. It all goes a long way. All right, everyone, so safe, stay positive. Take care of these, take care of these. I'll catch you again.
You know I'm going now with a bang.
Bang,
Tell them leave the bag in a bang.
bang,
You should check the tags where we hang.
hang,
You know I'm going now with a
bang,
know I'm going now with a bang.
bang.
Tell them leave the bag in a bang.